Hello, my name is Rap. This is my new video about Warframe. Well, I'm still deciding how much parts I'm going to divide the run because, well, the last video was too extensive. I think making too extensive videos become too boring. Lots of information is missed on the process, so. But I decided to do other thing between. I'm going to and other thing that I didn't talk in the video was my Sentinel. I did go with Sentinels, but I don't have mods in it. So, but like I said, it's each one made their own challenge, I think, or their own thing, like someone like to call it. I'll go with Zephyr. I'll take my super build in my Burston, just like I did in the boss run. I'll go with Despair with also the same build, but let me just advise you that Despair with this build for corrupted isn't much viable. You take too much ammo to drop a single enemy, but okay, it was already chosen to the run, so I'm not going to change it. I'm going to do a void mission, a tower 3 void mission, a mobile defense. Where is it? Exterminate. Okay, tower 3 mobile defense. Okay. There are some things that I change in the void. It's mostly because of their high shields. So there are 2 or 3 enemies that I only go melee with them. Heavies, I always go melee with them. I only drop them with my weapon when they are alone and there's no other enemy or no other heavy in the room. When they usually are with other enemies or with other heavy, I always use the weapon until I drop one at least. This is your worst enemy, is the shield ospreys, because they boost even more their shields, so make it even more hard to take them down. Okay, I'm going to do something that I should have done when I started, that is refill my energy. Well, in this gameplay, your abilities is a must, because, well, we have a few damage in our weapons. We take a little more time to take them down, and catching yourself without energy will be very hard, especially if you are protecting the objective. So this is something that okay, I'm not going to lose more time with these guys. These are the only enemies that I only drop with melee. I never go with weapons against them, because, well, they have very high shields and I will waste a lots of ammo to drop a single fusion mower, so I always go melee with them. So and because they always come running near us, so it's more easy to use these. Okay, I'm going to see if there is any mod here. No mods. I was saying the thing of the energy because this is my second video. I was I was making the same video. I was playing mobile defense. I was at the second objective. Well, something that when I'm making the video, sometimes I'm talking and well, get distracted about things, and I didn't have energy. I got swarmed by 3 heavies, and without energy I still dropped the refiller, but it was very hard, but because I had to move to protect myself or they were going to kill me. This is the worst, is the Eximus, because I have to go melee with him and I have to take out now the enemies because I don't want to fight him with other enemies in here. Where is he? It's because the weapon will take too much time to kill him, so they have lots of health and armor, so it just is a pain to kill them with a weapon. I had to switch to my primary, but it's better to melee him. If you use this to get near him, he will try to stomp you, but he doesn't stomp you. I always use this to put myself in his front, and then I'll use the quick melee because, well, it is more viable to use this than my half modded weapons. Only because they have lots of health, so it is more easy to use melee and don't get stomped in the process.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
Need to drop this guy first.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Use your ability wisely because, well, it takes some time and you cannot use it again. This is pretty much like the Nyx. I always choose. It will take some time, and in this time you cannot use your ability again, so something that I advise is to use your ability wisely, because you may need it and you can't use it. I'm going to pick up this sword. An heavy behind and a heavy in front of me. So I'm going to use my ability here. And drop him with He tried to stomp me, but he can't. It is very funny because he tried to stomp me, but he can't. He simply can't. Now, well, now I was playing around and didn't die, only with luck. Well, we cannot push our luck, so I was playing with the guy. I had a lot other enemies. I had other. I'm going to go around to pick up a mod that are here, so I'm going to use my build. And now I'm going to extraction. I was playing around with him, but well, it was a foolish thing to do because I had other enemies, and the moment you are melee, the heavy, it still does damage to your shields, but because there were other enemies in there, my shields drop it very easily and they reached my health a little sooner that I was able to kill the heavy, so I didn't die, but I could have died in a foolish way, so there's no need to do this. Well, I'm not going to advance. Now I have a heavy in front and a heavy behind me. Okay, heavy's down. I'm gonna use my ammo. This is something that I don't have problem to do, is to stop and refill if I need to. You don't want to get caught in the middle of a tough fight without ammo or without energy. Like I was saying, I was doing the video in the game before. I get a little distracted and I didn't have energy. So the game, I was at the second objective almost. I think it was lasting 20 or 25 seconds to the end. This is unbelievable. The game suddenly threw 3 heavies against me. I used the tornado, but well, I had a bit of unluck because they were a little far away from me and they dropped it very near me. So I wanted to use my ability again. It wasn't the tornado, but the turbulence to protect myself, and well, I didn't have energy, so I died. And the moment I died, I failed the mission because they simply destroyed the objective. It was very, very frustrating because it was 20 seconds, 25, I can't remember, but I know that it was 20 or 25 seconds to the end of the mission. The game in mobile defense always throw a lot of enemies when you are going to extraction. I always noted this because when we are going to the objective you don't see much enemies, but when you are going from the objective to extraction, sometimes the number of enemies that the game throw at you it's even more than when we are protecting the objective. Sometimes it's very fun. Okay, I'm going to drop. I have a fusion mode here. I like the dual hitter finisher. It's very, very cool. This is my preferred melee weapon. Is the dual hitter and the hate. I also like Fang Prime or Fang. It's only a cosmetic change. The Fang Prime does more damage, but they are weapons that. Hey, I missed it. What an idiot. I was pressing the shift key because I wanted to do this, go up and then this. But because I was pressing shift, she go in front right away, so I went to the laser. Wow. What an idiot way to die. So I make them more hard and then die in the easy part. Oh, cool. Well, sometimes we have this thing. The tailwind, the system, it work. I'm used to use the Zephyr, but this is a little detail because if you are pressing forward and shift at the same time, if you use tailwind, she will move right away from there. But if you use only tailwind when she go up and then she go if you press again. Well, I'm not going to lose more time here. Okay, it's done.
Mission complete. Excellent work, 10
it's a different way to play void missions alone. It requires a lot of effort, or more effort than I, and a little bit of tactic, because I decided this way. So I have a few enemies that I'll go melee them. I have enemies that I drop with my weapon. Well, this time because I had chosen despair to do the boss run, I didn't want to change, but uh, despair isn't the isn't well the appropriate weapon to deal with corrupted with this kind of build, because well it takes too much to drop each enemy, and well, but it's no issue. Okay, it's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, see you around.